Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming, and welcome to our playthrough of Prison Architect. Prison Architect is a game that I saw in early access quite a while ago. I'm going to skip this and kind of turn this audio down, because I want to talk to y'all for a bit. Prison Architect is a game I saw on early access quite a while ago. Was very interested in because it looked really cool, looked like a Dwarf Fortress, which is another great game, and looked like a lot of fun. Just recently it came up on the Steam sale, and I decided to buy it, and let's play it, because it looks like a lot of fun. Couldn't help myself. So in Prison Architect, we are a prison architect. We are going to build a prison that hopefully will not burn down completely to the ground and be full of nothing but riots. That's kind of our main goal. So, hopefully this music is done in the back. Oh, nope, not done yet. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and create a new prison. First, we can select if we want it to be a female prison, if we want to do an Orange is the New Black, or if we want to do a classic male prison movie. Let's do a male prison. We can choose our warden as well. We have some different guys to choose from, and girls. We have the regular warden. He's kind of balanced out guy. People just call him the warden. We could get the lobbyist. He talks to the government and makes it so the prisoners we get aren't as bad. We have Rita. She's the dominatrix. She puts the fear into the prisoners so they don't fight back as much. Another one we have available is J.W. Periwinkle. This gentleman right here with this awesome eye patch. He used to be a sapper in the war, so he knows about digging tunnels. So our dogs are good at finding tunnels that get dug. We can get the pacifier. This guy is just really good at calming people down. Speaks in a nice, calm voice. Or we could get Safara Aknova, part of the Russian mob. Everyone thinks she's the perfect example of society, but in the background, she's taking prisoners' contraband and reselling it on the black market. I think we're going to go with her. I like that idea. That our prison, our gulag, Grug's gulag, is run by Safara Aknova. Alright, we're going to create our prison. We are going to make it a large prison, so we have a lot of room to work with. Who knows how long this playthrough will go. We're going to leave on Fog of War, so we can't see what prisoners are doing unless we're actually keeping an eye on them with security cameras or such. We're going to leave some forests out there. We're not going to have any lakes or existing buildings. We're just going to have to build from what we have. We're going to turn off this failure conditions. I don't want to be able to lose unless the game becomes untenable. We can turn on and off gangs. Let's turn on prison gangs. I mean, come on. Come on. Who doesn't watch Gangland on TV? Let's turn on events as well. Get some kind of random events to happen. Turn on weather and temperature. We'll worry about if it's cold or warm. We're not turning on unlimited funds. Let's go ahead and play and start our prison. All right. Oh, that's a big area. Okay. So over here, we're going to do a quick pause before we get everything going. We have our deliveries and garbage that come in. And up here, I think we have, we got a work truck with some workmen and work ladies on their way in to do some building for us on the prison. There's going to be another truck behind it up here in a minute that has some building materials. The first thing we need to worry about is we are going to have some prisoners arriving in 24 hours, so we need to get our prison up and running. So I've done some thinking about how I want this prison to look. I don't know why that's popping up. There we go. I've done some thinking on how I want this prison to look, and what we're going to do is we are going to have kind of a cool entryway. And then we're going to have like a holding cell and a whole bunch of cool cells and a yard and a church. And I don't know why I'm pointing over here. I don't know where any of this is going. It's going to be by the seat of our pants in reality. But I'm thinking if we need to build a prison, we should probably do a little bit of planning first before we build it. So we're going to go into planning mode. And here we can kind of design our prison before it happens. I think what I want to do... What is that? What is that? A notebook page. HUD icons. The following icons are available from the main HUD. Huh. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. Okay. Cool. I have never seen those notebook pages before. That's great. So let's kind of plan out our prison just to begin. This will be the first episode. We'll be planning it out. Second episode, we'll build... Oh my goodness, stop time. Second episode, we'll build our prison, and by the third episode, our prisoners will arrive, and it'll all fall apart. I'm going to guess 5 episodes before just everything goes to pot. So in the planning, we can kind of build walls and kind of plan out what we want to do. So I want our prison to have a nice... this is 3 wide, of course it is, so that's the center. Let's have kind of a symmetrical opening to it. So I think we should have, you know, lined up with this garage right here. We should put in some walls. And then same thing. Kind of the same. Start out symmetrical. It's not going to stay symmetrical, folks. And I think what we have is like a 1-door entrance to get in and out of the prison. Oh, like that. So you have to come in like this little indented section to get into the prison. We don't need a real big door. Big doors just lead to big problems. Would be what I'm thinking. And we put a door right here, so you kind of come into the prison this way. And then once you come in, we have, oh, I don't know, something like this. Like kind of a main hallway where you can come in. We can have like a reception area maybe or something like that. So I kind of want to keep the prisoners separate from the staff. So I think once you come in, we should probably then keep all the prisoners back this way. And I think we're going to make like all of our staff rooms and utility rooms up around this area. So I just kind of want to get a rough sketch. This doesn't have to be perfect. I think prisoners come in and they go through here. And there's a little hallway like this. We don't need these walls here in that case. We don't need these walls. We don't need these walls. We don't need... Oh, I kind of wanted those walls. Grug is good at games. As usual, folks. Get rid of that. Alright, cool. So, the idea is our prisoners will kind of come in. They'll come down this way, and then this will lead to a hallway that goes to the prison proper, kind of off from everything else. And then up here we'll put in some staff rooms. We should make the staff rooms, you know, like our offices and stuff like that. Kind of put that up here. And then I think we will also... Oh, we don't need this. Just one big room. And then down here, like I said, we'll put this where the prisoners come in. It needs to be a fairly large hallway. There we go. So that's kind of like a basic layout for our prisoners. Now, the game does give us a little bit of an idea of what we need to do. We can pick up some grants that are going to give us some money to start off, and they give us some basic goals. So we're going to do a basic detention center. We have to build holding cells, a shower, a yard, a kitchen, a canteen, hire some guards, hire some cooks, basically be ready for when the prisoners show up. So we're going to take that. That means we get 20 grand to start, and we're going to get 10 extra grand when we finish it. We'll also build an administration center where we get 2 offices, a warden, unlock finance through bureaucracy. Sounds like a plan. All right, so our prisoners are going to come in, and they're going to wind up right here. So they come in, do-to-do. They come down this way, do-to-do, and they're coming in here. So we should have a holding cell, and a holding cell needs to have bathrooms, and it needs to have showers next to it as well, just so the prisoners can get to those showers. So we will go ahead and let's set up... let's make a communal shower. So we have like this little section here. I'm just trying to think this little divot that we've created, what we should do with that. We'll come up with a good idea in a minute. Actually, I already have an idea. So we need to build a holding cell. We're going to go to our room section, and it's going to tell us what we need for a room. So a holding cell Has to be 5 by 5, has to be surrounded by walls and doors, has to have toilet and a bench. So, we will go back to our planning stage. Where are we at for time here, folks? I want to keep these episodes about half hour or less. So in our planning stage, I'm going to build some walls. I think, again, 5 by 5. I wish it was easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can make it a little bit bigger than that. That looks about right. Let's not be perfect. So we will make it that big. That's big enough. That's the important thing, is that it's large enough to meet the requirements. So this will be our holding cell. And then we're going to put some solitary confinement over here. Because last time in the holding cell there was a little bit of a brouhaha. And I didn't stop it in time one time while I was playing. So I have an idea for some solitary confinement. Next up, we need a shower, a yard. So let's build our shower facilities. And we need bathroom facilities as well. So let's go ahead and do kind of this type of thing. Like this. And the idea is we'll put in some showers and bathrooms here. So I'm thinking that if you're going to have showers, you should have a door. Like we'll put a door there and a door there so you kind of walk in. There we go. And then we'll put a wall here. Well, I have an idea. This is going to be so good, folks. This is going to be great. All right. So we'll have a wall of showers. We will have a wall of toilets and an area for people to walk in. Oh, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be the best planned prison ever. We can put in a little door here, some drains in case they flood. Oh, it's going to be great. Okay, we need to build a yard for our prisoners to exercise. Let's have the yard kind of be out in this direction as well. It doesn't have to be real big, I don't think. Actually, let's put the yard here on the inside. So how about, it doesn't have to be real big. I think that looks like a respectable yard that we'll have. Oh, that's a huge yard. We probably will be able to use that for quite a while. But they won't access it from here. That would be unsafe. Oh, just checking the amount of time of this episode, folks. 11 minutes. Okay. So we're going to build our yard here. We're going to build, yes, they have this long hallway. They're in the holding cell. We've got doors there. We've got doors here. So they come out to have access to the yard. We need to have a canteen and a kitchen are the next places we need for them. So let's build the main mess hall. And let's put the main mess hall here right next to here. We'll have that be the access to the yard as well. A kitchen and a mess hall have to be how big? These are the important things here. So a kitchen has no size and a canteen has no size, just big enough to feed the people. So we need that canteen to be kind of big. Is this big enough? Oh, all kinds of stuff is broken. Okay, there we go. I guess this is big enough, and we need a kitchen where the cooks can cook the food. Doesn't have to be real big, but that feels okay to me. It feels more than large enough. So we got our canteen, we got our kitchen, we got our yard, and we got our holding cell idea, kind of a basic layout. We can actually start to build, and I just want this hallway to extend to there. Okay, so we got a basic layout. We're about, I think, 15 minutes into this episode. Let's do the last part, which is we're going to have our offices up here. So up here, an office has to be 4 by 4. So let's just count out 1, 2, 3, 4. This is something I didn't do properly before. That'll be the warden's office. This needs to be one bigger. And this will all make sense in a bit. Alright. There we go. We'll give our warden the biggest office. She's going to deserve it. And our other folks are going to need to have this right here. 4. Look at me counting to 4. I'm surprised I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm impressed with my counting abilities. All right. So we have a couple. Look at that. I can't even count properly. So we have some office rooms. Last but not least, we need a place for our generators and our power, which we will put right here is the plan. So we'll have like a big room where our generators will go. All right. So we have a basic layout for our prison, a basic idea of what we want to do. I think we can go ahead and we got 10 minutes left. We can probably do this whole first day before these prisoners show up right now, since we have this all laid out. So let's go ahead and get everything arriving. We'll go to super fast time in a minute. So we need to go ahead and build some foundations for our buildings. The nice thing is that we can just go ahead, pause it again real quick. We know that our building is this big. Oh, to there. And we know that the rest of our foundation is this big. What are you doing here? There we go. Is that big? Look at that. That is the use of the planning tool. Extremely effective. And we need to put an entrance in because it's going to yell at us, so we need to put in a door. This is a jail door. We don't want anything coming in and out of our prison that we can't control. Airlock style. Beautiful. All right, so here come our first work crew. They're going to start building our prison foundations. We can speed up to this. There's not much we can do until they get caught up. We can hire some extra work people to help speed things up. And we're going to need 2 guards, it said. We're going to need some cooks. And we're going to hire our warden. Just spend our money now and see what happens. Alright, you can see here, they're building our foundations. Our guards are making sure there's nothing weird happening with the incoming products. There's no drugs being built into the walls. Like angry ants, they're building everything that we need. We have 22 hours until our first ring of prisoners show up. Woo! Look at this. Look how fast this is going. Look at them work. In fact, let's spend a tiny bit more money. 1 more. Never have enough workmen. Always seems to be the holdup from what I've played. Because they got to cut down these trees. They got to build the foundation, build these walls. Alright. I wish these planning lines were a little bit darker. Come on, get to work, guys. We got prisoners showing up soon. It's going to be terrible. Get going. Ooh, just imagine, if we hadn't taken the time to plan that out, this could be a catastrophe. Trust me, it already happened once to me. It was more than a catastrophe what happened. Alright. So the first part of our building is done. And it's a time to go ahead and build these walls we've already talked about. So, we're going to spend a lot of money to start, but it's going to be worth it. We're going to put in these extra prison doors. It just keeps our prisoners from escaping, the more doors that we have to begin. We're going to put in a staff door here. Now, a staff door is cool. There's what's called staff keys that you have to go through the staff doors. It keeps and it means that we know prisoners aren't supposed to go through here as well. I think that the staff door should be kind of, here in the center. Kind of, you enter this hallway in the center. And then we have these offices that we're going to build. Because we're going to need some offices as well. That looks good. We need to build these walls. So we're going to need an extra door here. This area will make more sense later. Trust me. So we'll put a little door there as well. And now it's a matter of building in the walls that we already know we're going to need. Perfect. Actually, we can kind of let time go while we're saying that we want these walls built. No reason not to. And in fact, let's go back to our planning stage. I really just want to get rid of that, because I have an idea for that as well. All right, back to materials. Let's not... Time is going by super fast. We got 18 hours until these prisoners arrive. This will probably go horribly wrong, knowing my luck. Anytime we have a little section like this, we need to put a staff door in, because if you try to build wires or something, your guys will get caught up and they won't understand how to get in to take care of that. Alright. Oh, we need a prison door. Let's make this a regular tiny jail door for our holding cell. Right there. Oh, look at them going. Look at all this construction happening. Oh, it's like we are the greatest. That's our yard, if I remember correctly. Why didn't they finish this? Finish building the foundation, guys. Come on. Alright. Over here is where we're going to put our generator for power. So we need to build a power station, and it needs to have empty spots all around it so that we can put in these capacitors. We also need a water pump that we can use to supply water to the prison. So we're going to put that there. 18 grand left. Not too bad. So our generator is going to go in. We need to flesh out these walls, or we're going to have all kinds of problems. Our yard right here, we're going to go ahead and... Oh, that's not going to work. It needs to be outside. The yard just got replaced to here. We'll use that other room for something else in the meantime. The yard is going to be this weird indoor one until I can figure... Oh, actually, what am I doing? I don't want to do that. Let's get rid of these walls. That's fine. You can stay, tree. Instead, we are going to put in... What's our time look like? Oh my goodness. Never been so time-conscious recording before. I will put in a large jail door right here. And we're going to put in some fencing. And we'll make the yard right here. That looks good. That'll be the yard to start out. Get time going. We still need to build our walls. And the canteen is kind of a high priority for us, because if we don't get that up and running, the prisoners, they will be very hungry and very angry, and it will be terrible. So, let's see. Oh, all this wood laying around too is kind of a pain. I don't like the idea of there being trees in the yard. We'll figure that out in a minute. That's probably an escape hazard. Let's see. In the meantime, I'm going to pause for just a second. The canteen, we need a large door in the canteen so that people can get in and out pretty freely. And we'll put a staff door here on the... Let me check something, because we're also going to have to build these serving tables. Where are they at? How big are these? Before I do this... yeah, we can't fit two that way. But we can fit two along here. Yeah, so it won't really matter. Put a staff door in here so that our cooks can come in and out. There we go. Look at this. Basic outline of the prison is going. We're not even through day one. We have no power anywhere. Hopefully they will finish building these walls, but we're going to keep giving them jobs. These... Oh, why aren't they... They have no jobs. Oh my goodness. Okay. Why is this not being built? Install power station. Put my power station in, guys. Oh, we didn't put in a door. See, this is what I was talking about. You forget the door, and all of a sudden, you have all kinds of problems. We also need to build a little bit more foundation to the north here, because we are going to need some storage area for all the stuff that we are using to build as well. In fact, put another staff room door right here. Oh, and another one. That's a really dumb place for that door. How about another door right here? We don't need that door. Okay. Time go by. It is almost 8 o'clock at night. What are we at for real time, folks? Looks like we're about 25-ish minutes into the episode, give or take. But everybody is doing stuff. We got that in. They should soon. All right, that finished out. So, it's time to designate some of these as rooms. And we're going to do our room designation and start putting in the fixtures in our prison in the next episode of Gaming with Grug. And then soon, maybe that episode, we will probably have our prisoners arrive. Actually, now let's go all the way to the end of the day. Let's do our room designations this episode. I think we have time. So, no we don't. Sorry, folks. We will do our room designations and finish out the first day in the next episode, like I just said a second ago. And by then, our prisoners will be arriving for day 2 of Grug's Gulag. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you can see that we have a pretty cool prison started out. As soon as the prisoners start arriving, that is when it all goes downhill. I want to thank you again for watching. Hopefully, you're ready for more Prison Architect. And as always, we hope to see you soon.